for those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Dan Lewitus, and thank you. And I'm a faculty member at the Plastics and Polymer Engineering department, the Hannes department. Actually, my romance with Shenkar started exactly 20 years ago. 1996, I was a first-year undergrad here in Shenkar in the newly formed, back then, Plastics Engineering department. I graduated, went to work, and then an opportunity came. Professor Koenig offered me to go to the United States to do my master's degree at the University of Massachusetts with the generosity of David, the late David and Bruce Spernick. So thank you, Susan, for that. I did my master's degree at UMass, came back, and then ended up at Rutgers University. Those who know it, it's in New Jersey. I did my PhD in biomedical engineering. And I had a good time in the United States. But then the decision was made. Hannah persuaded me. I dragged my wife back to Israel, and I came to the plastics engineering department. And I will just share with you a little bit of what I'm doing here. During the visit here, like when we came back to Israel, we went on a vacation to Eilat, and on the way, I saw in Kibbutz Torah fields and fields of those glass pipes, horizon to horizon, that are green or red, and I had to check it out. I was really wondering what was going on over there. And what I figured out is that they grow this green algae called Haematococcus pluvialis, okay? And when they put it under stress, which is usually light, heat, which is plentiful back there in the desert, it turns red. And when it turns red, it actually produces something called astaxanthin. It's this molecule. Astaxanthin is probably one of the most potent antioxidants we know, definitely the most potent natural antioxidant. And the reason algae technology grows this is because they dry the algae, they pack it, they sell it to different companies, which put it in pills, and they sell it as food supplements. You can buy them, probably in any pharmacy. And actually, Dr. Oz, if you're familiar with Dr. Oz in the United States, turned this molecule extremely popular, okay? Because it really has plenty of health benefits, okay? It is an anti-inflammatory agent, very potent. So it reduces risk of heart disease. It actually protects your skin from UV light. It has shown in clinical studies to reduce size of cancer tumors. There's plenty of things you can benefit from consuming astaxanthin. So you can buy it, or I'm sure many of you have already consumed it while eating shrimp or salmon or even flamingo. Because that's what turns all those animals red, the astaxanthin. Now, there's a problem with it, okay? It's really insoluble. It doesn't solubilize in the blood. So no matter how many pills you're going to take, eventually there's going to be a limit of how much astaxanthin is going to actually reach the bloodstream or reach the target organ that you want it to get to. So that really bothered me. And what I've done is what a polymer scientist do. When I look at the molecule, I realize, hey, I can make it into a polymer, a plastic material. So what you see in red here is astaxanthin, and the green is a linking molecule, and there's many of them that I can choose. And what I've done is I connected them together, billions of molecules of astaxanthin put together, and what it turns into is a plastic material. What you can see on the right is a student of mine just holding a piece of plastic. It's funny that it turns back to green. There's many physical reasons for that. But it turned back to green, like very shiny green. And it's a polymer. And the idea is that when you put it in a site in the body where you want it to work, it will break down slowly, degrade, and release astaxanthin in a controlled manner, locally, exactly where you want it to be. So what we've been doing recently, this is my student Tal, and Sagiv, the postdoc that worked for me. You can see him in the background there. They're preparing samples of astaxanthin polymers that are sent together with Tal. They were sent to Swansea University in Wales. I was told not to say England. Swansea is in Wales. Sent to Wales to study whether these materials are actually antibacterial. Apparently, the algae itself is antibacterial. So we wanted to see whether the polymers can become antibacterial, and then we can coat different medical devices, different implants, and turn them into a sort of biologically derived antibacterial materials. And this is the only scientific data I'm going to show you. What you can see on the right, on the top, is the controls. These are 3 types of very nasty types of bacteria that you can find in every hospital, the major causes of infection, okay? And when you let them grow, they just grow. To whatever space you give them, they're very happy. But when you try to grow them on our polymer surfaces, no bacteria growth. They all died. So it looks very promising. What's next? There's plenty of applications we're thinking of. It could be wound healing patches. It could be stents, cardiovascular stents that can be either made or coated out with this polymer. There's many things we could do, and the future would hold. Thank you.